everyone, I have a quick mobility class for you today that's going to focus on upper body. So we're going to do a lot of movement through the thoracic spine. We'll focus on shoulders, neck, also show the wrists some love as well. We're going to start in a comfortable cross-legged position with just some diaphragmatic breathing. So I want you to make sure that you're sitting on your sitting bones. We're not rolled back. So we're nice and neutral through the pelvis. We're upright through the spine. And I want you to take your hands on either side of your rib cage. You can close your eyes if you'd like. You don't have to though. We're going to breathe in through the nose. And when we inhale, I want you to focus on expanding your rib cage into your hands. You should feel that rib cage grow larger. We're going to exhale slowly out through the mouth like we're blowing out a birthday candle. And when we do this, we should feel the ribs move gently in and down under our hands. Continue breathing like that, in through the nose. Feel that expansion, not just front to back, but east to west as all. It's a 360-degree expansion. Exhaling slowly out through the mouth, ribs move in and down. As we inhale, the pelvic floor relaxes. As we exhale, there's a gentle bracing of the abdominal wall and a gentle lift of the pelvic floor. 2 more like this. If your eyes were closed, you can open them. And I want you to just tent your fingertips on either side of you. Let's start by taking our right arm and reaching it up. Now, as we inhale, we're going to grow tall and we're going to side bend up and over to the left. And then as we exhale, we're going to use the obliques on this right side to bring us back upright. Inhale, grow tall, side bend. Exhale, connect to the obliques, drag yourself up to the top. Now continue going like this. What I want you to notice is when you side bend, are you shifting your rib cage over to the right? I don't want that. So tall, side bend up and over to the left without this crunching, this shifting of the rib cage, okay? One more this side. And then we're just going to take it over the other side. So your left arm is going to reach up. As you inhale, I'm really emphasizing the grow tall, the length, so that we don't do this shift of the rib cage. Side bend over. Exhale, connect to your obliques. Bring yourself upright. We inhale. Side bend. We exhale. Upright, twice more. From here, let's reach both arms forward. We're going to keep our left arm pointing forward as it is. On an inhale, we're going to twist open to the right. So we twist open, that right arm opens up, reaching back, and then we come back through center. Keep twisting open, same direction. Open to the right and close. Now as we do this, the twist is coming from our mid-spine, the thoracic spine. So we don't just fling the arm open. We think of rotating from the middle of our spine. Everything else follows. Maintain length so that there's no compression through the vertebrae. And this time when you twist open, I want you to pause. Now I want you to take your left hand to that opposite right knee, and I want you to lift this right arm up, palm faces forward, and then we're just going to sweep it up and back, staying within this twist, so make sure you're still tall. So we're going to start to sweep the arm down, palm faces behind us. I just got to scoot forward. Palm faces behind us. We're open through the chest. We're not rolling forward through the shoulder as we do this. And then we just sweep it up, opening up through the pecs, through the front of the chest here. So we have some rotation within the shoulder joint. We have this upward, downward sweep, opening up through the chest, sitting up tall, maintaining this rotation. One more, and then we're just going to plant the fingertips on the floor. So when you sweep it back, I just want you to plant those fingertips down. Now from here, we're still within the twist, and we're just going to nod the chin down towards our chest. So gaze is sort of to the outside of your hip. and then tilt the chin up gently. You nod the chin down. Now I want you to check in on your left shoulder. Notice if you're holding tension in it and crunching it up to your ears. I want you to relax that left shoulder down. Chin tilts up, and we slowly nod it down towards our chest. When you nod it down, you should feel a nice stretch through the opposite side of the neck. One more. Bring your head through neutral. Let's come through center. Arms reach forward. We're going to do that same thing to the other side. So keep your right arm reaching forward. As you inhale, we're tall through the spine. We rotate open to the left. Left arm sweeps back, staying parallel to the floor. Exhale, bring it through center. So we're focusing a lot on thoracic mobility today because we should have a good range of motion through our mid-spine. Often when we lack mobility through our mid-spine, we compensate with the cervical or lumbar spine or through the shoulders. So a lot of times working on thoracic mobility will help alleviate neck strain, lower back pain, some shoulder discomfort, all good stuff, right? Next time you twist open, let's hold it open. Take your right hand to that left knee, and then I want you to reach this left arm up a little bit, palm faces forward at the top, and then we sweep it back, palm faces behind us as we lower. We're staying open to the front of the shoulder. And you can use this right hand to really hold yourself in the twist, increase the tension a little bit, challenge that rotation through your spine. Slow sweeps here. Let's do one more, and then fingertips will tent on the floor. So when you sweep it back, just kind of tent those fingertips behind you. We're tall through the spine. Maintaining this twist, we're going to nod the chin. And make sure that this right shoulder isn't hiking up to your ear, so kind of relax it down. We nod the chin down towards our chest, gaze kind of outside that left hip. And then we nod up without crunching the head back. Think of elongating through the back of the neck as the chin nods down. And up. You don't have to go up very high, only as high as is comfortable and feels safe, okay? Gaze is following the direction of the tilt of your chin. Let's do one more. Bring the head to neutral. Let's come through center. One last thing, cross-legged. I want you to reach your arms out in a T, thumbs point up to start, palms face forward. We're just going to rotate the arms within the shoulder joint, okay? So you're going to start to rotate thumbs forward and then thumbs down. Continue to rotate only as far as you can rotate in the shoulder joint. So I don't just want your forearms moving. I want the rotation of the arm to originate here at the shoulder, okay? And then we just change it, reverse direction. Thumbs up, and then thumbs back, only as far as you can go, without just letting the forearms and the wrists take over. So really think about having this movement come from your shoulders. We're open through the chest, we're connected to our core, we're sitting upright, so make sure you're not flaring open through the rib cage. Slow rotation. Few more seconds here. Reach those arms long. Let's do one more. Switch direction. And then lower your hands. Now I want you to walk your hands forward. I'm just going to turn to the side. And we're going to come through to a tabletop position. So you can uncross your ankles, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. We're going to show the wrists some love. So from here, one at a time, I want you to flip the palms so that the fingertips are pointing back towards your knees. One at a time, okay? That's important. And then once you're here, you're spread out through the fingers. We're just going to do a little rock back and forward. And you're going to feel that stretch through your forearms and the front of your wrists, and even through the front of your palms and fingers as well. Now this movement might be so tiny, you might not really have to rock back far at all to feel that stretch. I know I only do like a couple inches. If you tend to hyperextend through the elbows, just give me the smallest little unlock of those elbows, okay? Little rock back and forward. Notice if your fingers are wanting to curl and kind of claw the mat. Try to keep those fingers long as best you can so there's weight in the pads of the fingers without bunching them and drawing them in towards a fist. We're going to do a scapular isolation up next. We've done a lot of movement within that shoulder joint with the various arm movements. Now we're going to focus on protraction and retraction. Give me 3 more little rocks. You might notice that as you do this, your range of motion gets a little bigger, a little bigger. I'm getting a lot farther back than I was those first few, that's for sure. Give me 1 more. Bring it forward, and then one at a time, let's flip our palms back so that the fingertips are pointing forward. Now, we're neutral through the spine. There's length through the back of the neck. You have the natural curve to your lower spine, but we're not letting it sink. From here, we're just going to start gliding the shoulder blades in towards each other as if they're giving your spine a hug. And then you're going to push the floor away as the shoulder blades slide wide across the back of your rib cage. So they separate, they protract, they retract, they glide in, and they protract wide. Now it is just the scapula gliding across your back. We're trying to maintain those neutral curves of our spine. So we're not jutting our neck forward and back as we do this. We're not flaring open through the front of the ribs as we do this. And we're not arching into our lower back as we do this. Really isolating that scapular glide. Wide and in. Give me 3 more here. 2 more. Last time. Press the mat away so that your scapula are in a neutral position or slightly protracted. From here, one at a time, I want you to step your legs long so that you're in a full plank position. And we're going to lift our hips up towards a down dog. Focus on pressing your chest towards your thighs. Spread out through the hands. There's this big opening through the chest. And then I just want you to shift it forward back into your plank position. Legs are long. Reach the crown of your head forward. Keep moving like that. Sliding the hips up, pressing the heels down, pressing your chest towards your thighs, and forward. So we get that nice stretch through the front of the body. Also working on shoulder stability here, okay? That's why we initiated this. We kind of built up to it with all that mobility work and then that protraction, retraction. Now focusing on stabilizing through the shoulder girdle as we slide back and forward. We're going to finish up this quick mobility flow in a forward fold position. One more time, I want you to shift it forward into a plank. Keep pressing the mat away. Hips lift up towards that down dog. Press your chest towards your thighs. And then from here, I want you to start to inchworm your hands in towards your feet, coming into a forward fold. I'm just going to turn to face you. Right now, we're going to be in a forward fold for a good chunk of time because I want this sort of counter action, this release for the spine. At any point, if you feel like the blood is rushing to your head and it's too much, just slowly roll up to stand, stay there for a second, and then come back into your forward fold. Okay, so to start, more love for the wrists. One at a time, I want you to step your feet on your palms so that the toes are in the crease of your wrists, your palms face up, okay? And then from here, you're going to need a generous bend of your knees. You can almost give your wrists like a little massage with your toes, as weird as that sounds. I think it feels so good. From here, all we're going to do is slightly straighten the knees, maybe just like a 1/2 inch, and then deeply bend into them. As you stretch, as you straighten through those legs, you're going to feel the tension increase through your mid-back. You should feel this good traction opening up through that mid-back. Deep bend. Back getting some love, wrists getting some love. Now notice, are you holding a lot of tension in your neck? Just nod it yes, shake it no, try to just let it hang, and then go back into the bend and stretch of the knees. Give me 3 more and then we'll take the hands out. If you're doing this in sneakers, by the way, I would take them off and go barefoot. That would hurt. Oh, that feels so good through my shoulders and mid-back. 1 more. Generous bend to the knees, one at a time. Remove your hands from under your feet. And now you're going to straighten through the legs for me. You can keep a little unlocked, but I want them pretty straight.
And we're going to interlace our fingers at the base of our neck, and then we're going to let our elbows hang heavy down towards our ears. And we're going to focus on now feeling that good traction through more the cervical spine. We just focused on mid-back. Now let's see if we can get a little bit of a release for the neck and the upper spine. So we're letting our arms hang heavy, and because they're hooked on the base of our skull, we're getting this good traction through that upper spine. Now, breath is important here. As you inhale, I want you to think of directing your breath to your mid and upper back, expanding there. And then as you exhale, I want you to think of melting down. Just let those arms hang heavy. Weight of the arms creating this nice traction through the back of the neck. Now this one can be intense. On that exhale, it can feel, scary is the wrong word, but it can feel like a lot. It can feel a little overwhelming to really release the tension we're holding through the shoulders and just let everything hang. If it's too intense, take a ragdoll position instead, so you would just grab opposite elbow with opposite hand instead of having those arms hooked behind your head. We're going to do 3 more breaths here. One at a time. You're going to just let your arms hang heavy. And I want you to heel toe your legs wide. So heel toe them apart. So we're in this wide forward fold position. Now from here, let's take our right hand planted in the center. And we're going to twist open left arm to the ceiling, open through the chest. And then we just close it down. Keep going, same side. We twist it open, you're reaching your hips back. You're long through the spine and close. 2 more this side. Plant your left hand in the center. Same thing, take it over to the other side. Long through the spine, twist it open and close it. So think back to how we started. Where is the twist coming from? You're not just flinging your arm open. The twist originates with the spinal rotation and the arm follows. 1 more. And then coming through center, I'm going to grab opposite elbow with opposite hand. Let your head hang heavy. Nod it yes, shake it no. Unlock through the knees. And then let's just finish with a little bit of a release. So I just want you to sway side to side in a way that feels good, okay? A little freedom of movement here. Maybe you soften into one knee as you sway towards it, then the next. Just releasing through that upper body. Give me 4, 3, let it go, 2, 1, settle in the center, plant your hands on the mat. Let's heel toe our feet back in about hips distance apart. Now we've been in a forward fold for a long time, so when we come up to stand, we're going to go very slowly. Vertebrae by vertebrae. We stack the spine up tall, slow, slow, slow. Let that blood slowly return. As we inhale, I want you to bring your arms up overhead. Exhale, release. And that is your class. Awesome work today. Hope you're feeling good after that. I'll see you next time.